Good morning, Global Studies students. How are we all doing today? Today is April 8th, 2020. You can see I got my awesome map behind me, so it looks super educational. Actually, that's all my daughter's schoolwork. We've been doing a lot of homeschooling stuff. So we've been doing all sorts of kindergarten stuff. But anyways, glad you're all with me today. Today we're going to be talking about colonialism in Southeast Asia. And we've talked about colonialism in other parts of the world, if you guys remember, both this year and in 7th grade. I want you to think about how colonialism influenced the different areas. Okay, remember how in Africa, Europeans came and they carved up Africa, and then they set up European-style governments and forced them to learn languages and tried to break up their ways of life. Remember that our own country has a history of colonialism because we were colonized by the English, the 13 colonies. So we're going to be talking about colonialism in Asia, specifically right down here in Southeast Asia. So I want you to keep that in mind for today. And, so far, you guys have worked on the Parallel Rivers assignment this week, and you've done a Whispering Cloth writing assignment. Today, we are going to be working on our colonialism children's book. So our learning target today is I can describe colonialism in Southeast Asia, and you'll know you're successful today if you can create a book about colonization in Indonesia and the Philippines. All right, so let's take a look at what we're doing today. Say hi to everyone, Riley.
Hi.
Hi, this is my daughter, Riley. She's in kindergarten. She's the author of all the amazing work behind you. All right, so you guys read The Whispering Cloth yesterday, and you are going to be using the text to write a children's book about colonialism in the Philippines or Indonesia. Your book should have a minimum of 4 pages. You might want to start by setting the scene and saying something like, once upon a time, there was a place in Indonesia. You're going to want to give your story a beginning. So who are the people? What are they doing? What are they like? You're going to want to give your story a middle where the conflict happens. And then you're going to give your story an end where it resolves. You need to add pictures and illustrations that represent the information for each page, a title to your story. Don't worry, I'm going to show you an example here soon. All right, so there's 2 ways to do this. All right, the digital method is to use a device that supports Google Slides. Open up the Colonialism in Southeast Asia Children's Book assignment and then type, copy, and paste images from Google Images. And then check the rubric and submit it when you're done. That's the digital method. If you don't have a device that supports Google Slides or you don't want to do it that way, you can get a good old piece of paper like people have been doing for hundreds and thousands of years. Add your title to the top and split the rest of your paper into 4 or more squares, where each square equals 1 page. Write your story, draw a picture for each page, and then add a page number in each square. Check the rubric and email a picture to your teacher to submit it when you are finished. Let me show you an example we're looking at. Okay, here's an example hard copy. I'll move my face out of the way. Notice they have there, and they have 4 squares. Page 1, page 2, page 4. You can pause the video to take a look at the illustrations that I totally did not do. And the text, notice here we had the beginning, all right, and then we have conflict and resolution, and the story flows, and the author used information from our unit to make this amazing story. This video, even if you're doing the digital copy, you're going to want to use this as a good example. Okay, and there's the different parts of the story. This person did a really good job. They totally get an A. Great work. Page numbers. Okay, this is excellent work here. All right, hey, do you want to win a random prize? Okay. Miss Collins' daughter, Ellie, is the toughest critic for children's books, although I think Riley and my daughter, Brielle, are pretty tough too. She likes stories that rhyme. She likes colorful illustrations and pictures. And if your story meets those 2